What is going on, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and we are checking out some scrap metal action, Conquest Domination on close quarters. So if you've been paying attention and following me for a little bit, you know that I do like Conquest Domination. It's fast-paced, and you are going to see a lot of action during the course of this video. So a lot of people ask, if I'm just starting on Battlefield, where should I begin? Like, I don't know the maps, I don't know where to go. And this really goes for any game that you are playing. I always recommend playing a flag game like Conquest or this Conquest Domination, because the thing about it is on these maps it's easy to learn because you've got an objective, so everybody just always go to the objective and either defend it or try to take it, whatever. But during the course of playing that, you're going to easily be able to learn the maps and the layout, and then from there you can go and kind of venture off on your own and find some more little routes and techniques. Another little thing to do is sometimes I'll go into a private game, or if you don't have a server, you can easily go search for other servers that maybe don't have a full lobby, so they've got just a few players or maybe no players in it, and you can go in there and treat it just like your own very private server, and you can go in there and run around and check out all the different areas, and because they've made it now where you can play around on the map before the game starts, you can wander all around, learn the map inside and out, and it's going to give you a big jump ahead of everybody else who's kind of getting used to everything. So I know Close Quarters has been out for a few weeks, so those tips may not do you any good right now because you may have already played it and gotten used to everything. But just keep that in mind for whenever future DLC map packs come out, and for learning pretty much any map. That's pretty much my tip for every game that I play. If I'm jumping on multiplayer, I usually try to play a objective style game just to start getting familiar with at least 3 main points on the map. So you learn those, the rest comes pretty easy. So let's go to another question that we had submitted. This was on my mature video that I posted up about a week ago, and in that video I was discussing the average age of gamers. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description box. But the user posted a question. He says, "Sorry for my poor English, I am Dutch." But he does go on to actually provide pretty good English, a lot better than some of the English I see in several comments from English players. Anyway, here he goes. This is Steve 1510 Abel. "As much as I love the Xbox Live experience, I'm starting to feel too old to play anymore. I've got a family and a career. I am 41 and I play Battlefield 3 and Ghost Recon. I like it a lot, but sometimes I think I'm just getting too old to be playing games. I wonder if there are a lot of gamers my age. I'm a busy man, but I like to relax, and playing video games is good for that. I started playing games on a Commodore 64 and haven't stopped playing." Well, Steven, I can tell you that there are several gamers who are definitely in their 40s and 50s and higher. I actually have several of them on my friends list. And I was actually going back because I was going to reply to somebody else, but I couldn't find their comment. But this was very similar to another comment that I've get, or I have gotten in the past. And it goes along the lines of saying, how do I keep up with the youngins when playing a game like Battlefield 3? Because as you get older, I'm sure that you're not going to be as accurate or as fast as you were with other games. So some people are almost intimidated to get into a game like Battlefield, if they're a little aged. But I would say the same thing to everybody. Battlefield, I think, is a great game to get into as far as first-person shooters go. If you're just getting started, or even if you're a long-time veteran, you're not sure if you can really keep up with everything. The cool thing about it is, because there are so many objective-focused game types, it's easy to play defense. So if you're a good shooter, you're good on your feet and good action, moving around, your hand-eye coordination is perfect, then getting up and close and personal with running and gunning and going after the objectives hardcore, that's one style of gameplay. But another totally different style of gameplay is playing recon or sniping or or kind of watching out and spotting and using that teamwork. You know, I make fun of it sometimes in the past, but overall, I really have nothing against snipers whatsoever, and they play an integral part of the game a lot of times, especially in bigger open maps. You know, on a map like this in close quarters, snipers don't play that much. But in a game type like this, you can be those players that are setting up claymores, setting up a defense, trying to protect the flags once they're captured. So that's what I really recommend for you. You know, if you're having a hard time maybe catching up to it, or keeping up with everybody else in the game, you know, it's not about getting at the top of the leaderboards with the most kills, you know, or it's not about capturing the most flags or whatever. It's about being able to capture them and hold them in this particular game type. So everybody working together, whether you're helping each other out by laying down ammo or laying down health packs, you don't have to be a shooter to rack up points or to help your team win in this game. That's what I've always loved about it. And that's why I've always been a big Battlefield fan and will always be a big Battlefield fan, because there is so much emphasis on teamwork, and it's not about that KD ratio. You know, one thing though that I didn't like about Battlefield 3 is it seemed like they made a bigger deal about kill to death ratio in this particular game. You know, they've got it listed up whenever you shoot somebody. It tells you how many times they've killed you or you've killed them in a face-off together within the round. And I don't really care for that. You know, I don't really care to see the kill to death after the screen. You know, it's all about those points. I would rather see stats on how many flags you captured or how many times you defended the base, you know, stuff like that. And all that stuff, stats and things like that, you go on Battle Log, there's tons of them. I'm just talking about the after action screen on Battlefield. But either way, you'll see people at the top of the list who don't have near the most amount of kills. So it's a cool feature, and anybody can pick up this game and play along with the team. And Steven, I would just say keep on playing, dude, because there are plenty of daddies, granddaddies, younger guys like me, and even really younger guys out there on the battlefield, and anybody can play and have a great time at this game. Well, that does it for me, the Red Dragon. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.